This is the first tutorial, part 1, creating a new file. To open Flash CS 5.5, go to the dock at the bottom of the screen. Click on the Flash icon, which is a red box with FL on it. You can tell it's opening because it bounces. When the welcome screen appears, in the upper middle of the screen, you will see Create New. There are different choices. You can create from template. You can learn, which is a series of tutorials. Or you can make any of several types of new files. You can open a recent file. You can do any of these things, but right now, what you need to do is click on Action Script 3.0. All of the Flash files we create this semester will be ActionScript 3.0 files. The new file is called Untitled 1. The workspace should be the Essentials. There are several workspaces available. If your workspace does not look like the one you see now, then you want to reset your Essentials. Or you can choose some of the other workspaces if you prefer, but while we're doing tutorials, let's stay in the Essentials. If you go to the toolbox, which is on the far right, you can see all of the available tools. The top selection tool, which is also keyboard's shortcut is V, click on that and click on the stage to select that as the current window. You'll see the properties for the stage at the right next to the toolbox. If it's not showing, click on the Properties tab. If the Properties tab is not visible, go to Window and select Properties from the windows. In the Properties window, you can see the properties for this document. Here under Properties for the actual stage, you can see that the frames per second for this animation will be 24. And the size, this is the size that we want. The width should be 1280 pixels, and the height should be 720 pixels. And the stage color should be white. This should reflect whatever the default settings are, or whatever was last completed in Flash. So if somebody has changed the settings, you may have completely different settings. To put the settings at whatever settings you need, click on the tool that brings up Edit Document Properties. And here you can put in dimensions in pixels. You can change the ruler units if you want to, but we want pixels. You can use this little box here to click on and choose a color for the background. We want it white right now. The frame rate is set here. You can click on that and change it, but leave that right now. We're not going to change that. And you can turn on autosave if you want. So that's something that could be very useful if you want to have autosave set. I'm going to say OK. Now to save your file, go to File, Save. We're going to call this first tutorial 01 Tutorial, Tutorial. And then you want to put your 3 initials. Mine would be VDK. You will use your initials though, but this is what mine would be. And let's create a new folder and put it in your SF-127. This folder will be called your last name, so mine would be Knocke, your first initial, and tutorials. Create. Make sure it's going into that folder and save. Okay, so that is how you will create a new file in Flash.